Brooklyn Nets forward Trevor Booker, 35, reacts after dunking the ball in the second half of an NBA basketball game against the Memphis Grizzlies, Sunday, November 26, 2017, in Memphis, 10. AP photo/Brandon Dill. Memphis, 10. The misery remains for the Memphis Grizzlies, and friction seems to be building in the locker room. Memphis dropped its 8th straight on Sunday in a 98-88 loss to the Brooklyn Nets. The Grizzlies made a fourth-quarter dent in a Nets lead that stretched to 19, all while center Marc Gasol was in a warm-up on the bench. Despite matching Tyreke Evans for the team lead with 18 points, Gasol, who leads the team in scoring, rebounds, and assists, wasn't called on to play in the final period. And he wasn't pleased. "I do not know the why," Gasol said of not playing down the stretch, later adding, "It's a first for me, trust me, and I don't like it one bit. I'm more ticked than I can show and frustrated." Speaking before Gasol, Memphis coach David Fizdale said his decision was based on the reserves playing well and cutting into the Brooklyn lead. He said not much has worked for the team during the skid, particularly Sunday, when the Grizzlies gave up the lead in a poor third quarter. Asked about Gasol's reaction about not playing down the stretch, Fizdale said, "We'll address it if it needs to be addressed, but it was a pretty simple decision what I did. It's nothing against him. I'm trying to win a game. I'm desperate." While the Grizzlies were grousing, the Nets were celebrating, at least for one night, after snapping a 3-game losing streak. Carroll scored a season-high 24 points and Trevor Booker added 16 points and 11 rebounds. Joe Harris finished with 13 points for the Nets, who used a third-quarter spurt to put away the Grizzlies. The teams were tied at 47 at the break, but the Nets opened the second half with a 22-6 run, looking much more fluid on offense than in the opening half. Brooklyn connected on 9 of its first 15 shots to build the lead, outscoring the Grizzlies 32-18. "We came out in the second half and got 2 big stops, scored," Brooklyn coach Kenny Atkinson said. "We picked up our energy in the second half. The first part of the third quarter, that's where I thought the game turned." Memphis was able to get back in the game to open the final period, composing a 12-3 run. Memphis got the deficit to 5 points, but the Brooklyn lead was too much to overcome. "We wanted to get out in transition and make them run," Harris said, "and I thought we did better at that in the second half." Tip-ins Nets, Harris started in Alan Crabb's place. Carroll's previous season high was 18 on October 25 against Cleveland. The Nets shot 45% from the field, breaking a string of surpassing 50% the last 2 games and 3 of the previous 4. The Nets had 19 assists, breaking a streak of at least 24 assists in their last 5. Grizzlies, Memphis had not lost 8 straight since a similar skid from February 11. March 3, 2009. The team announced that Chandler Parsons tweaked his knee and did not return in the second half. The team characterized it as a precautionary move.